live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Mick Strawn.
I was collecting points from Fandango from Huggy boxes.
Yes.
Because I've been changing a lot of diapers.
Okay.
And they had this thing, $5 coupon for Fandango.
So many questions, yeah.
And so I got like probably $15 worth added into my Fandango thing.
Oh, cool.
And so I was like, I got to watch this Blumhouse Truth or Dare because I just watched another Truth or Dare on Netflix because I found it on Netflix and I was like, ooh, it's finally on Netflix. I started watching it. I'm like, this isn't
the same one.
So then I did more research and found out that the Blumhouse one was on Fandango, and I used some of my points for it.
Was there any reason that it had been only a year between
I don't know.
That and the remake?
All I know is
wasn't there another Truth or Consequences that was
Truth or Dare?
Truth or Dare that was further back?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
So I regret everything that led me to watching the Blumhouse one because I really hated that movie. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'd probably give it a 2, but
right.
I'm just going to come out and say 2.
So now we're going to get your thoughts on.
So can I just say my number one thing about Truth or Dare Blumhouse version that I absolutely hated
was the
stupid face. I wrote down, what is with this stupid face they keep making with the plastic smile kind of look thing? I don't know. I hated it, and then that took away from the movie.
And the question is did they actually go through the trouble to do that as an optical? Because nobody could smile like that.
Right.
So they actually went through the trouble. So here's I guess this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, and this is what I wonder in life, that somebody bent over the screen and looked at it while somebody else who had made that smile said, "So what do you think, Bill?"
Right.
And Bill said, well, Ted, I don't think he can get any better. You see, right there, I'd have to argue with both of them and maybe knock them out like a Three Stooges gag. See? I'm just saying.
The only thing I liked about the Blumhouse one was that the girls were pretty. That's really all I could say about it. But yeah. So Jeff, sorry Jeff, I really didn't like it that much, but.
Okay, so now let's go to a whole 365 days later.
Yes, 2017. Let's go back a whole year.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Year.
Which this is a lot more straightforward, and I liked it a lot more.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't an awesome movie, but
I did not hate it.
It was just, I like how it was straightforward, and a lot of the effects were just. I mean, I like how the way they. Let's see. I like how when they were like. It was very simple. Like, so when when the dares came up, like the piano, like the sheet music that appeared.
Right. Yeah.
And then the doors that closed.
Did you like it when it was, the cards were just
showering down
the hallway?
And I like the door that slammed shut and said liar. I mean, it was like so simple.
It was simple, but it was not well explained. But it was perfect because the whole film.
And then the reverse Poltergeist thing, where the TV was talking. It sounded like the little girl from Poltergeist talking through the TV.
Right. Yeah.
So I pictured the other girl on the Poltergeist girl on the other side of the TV saying 4 minutes. But I like how the effects were all simple. They're all. There wasn't a lot of optical in this one for sure.
Yeah, there for sure definitely wasn't a lot.
And Heather Langenkamp was in this one.
Yes, I know.
And she actually did a great job.
She did a good job. She did. She actually looked like an actress.
Yeah.
Which was never her job before, was to be that. So anyway, I thought it was really interesting that there is a scene where a guy burns his hand.
Yes.
And then when they turned his hand over, it didn't look like burnt skin. It looked like scrambled eggs.
Right.
I thought that was interesting. And then later on, somebody had to eat the scrambled eggs. And I thought, oh, well, that's semi-fortunate.
Yeah. There was a weird thing with that. Okay, when the guy got hit by the truck.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother to see if he was still alive. They just ran back into the house. It's like,
I know. That's the second time you read.
I mean, like, he probably wouldn't be alive, but at least they could have the courtesy to check.
But you know what? It was really sloppy, and it did something that I thought was kind of necessary in this case. They didn't try to explain anything.
Yeah.
They just rolled with it.
Like I said, it was a straightforward movie.
Yeah,
it was
straightforward.
Boom, 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 boom,
and there was there was very little exposition.
There was even a simple, like, when she was thrown back.
Yeah.
That was just so mellow.
Just
but it was effective, I think.
Yeah. It was, it was a great example of a Blumhouse. By the way, I might add, the film, we saw a quick preview of a film coming up that I want to see so much.
Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day to you.
Yeah. To you. It's the second Happy Death Day.
Nobody gets to see these cool hand signals.
Loved Happy Death Day. I don't think that... I don't remember that we... did we review it here on this show?
Yes, we did.
We did, really.
It was probably back at episode 40 or something.
Probably something like that. We've done a lot of these. We really have.
Oh, so what would you rank the Blumhouse one?
The Blumhouse one. Really didn't like the Blumhouse one.
I give it like a 2.
That was the one that started in Mexico and moved up here, right?
Actually, I have to keep thinking about it. Probably 1.5 is what I really would give it.
Really? I probably
enjoyed it.
I'm going to probably say a 2. That was the original. And this one?
Yes, the new. Okay, Truth or Dare 2018, the Blumhouse one. Probably avoid seeing it unless it's like just happens to be on the screen somewhere.
Yeah.
And you walk by.
And the only reason that we really saw it is so that we'd have something to compare this to.
Yes. And the Truth or Dare 2017 on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth watching, I think, just if you have nothing else to watch and you're sitting around. I would give this a higher rating. Probably.
Oh, you give the 17
Yeah, because it was just a straightforward movie.
Oh, gotcha.
It was more realistic, I think. I mean, well, not like it has to be realistic. It's a horror movie, but anyway.
When was the other one made?
Well, the one on Netflix that I found was Truth or Dare 2017 with Heather Langenkamp in it.
Right.
And the other one was the one at Blumhouse, is more recent. It was 2018. So that's why I had to use my Fandango points to see the 2018 one.
So the one that we just saw today is the older one.
Yeah.
Really? And then the one from where they started in Mexico was the more recent one.
Right.
Really? Because,
I just like this because it was kind of...
I just got really mixed around with that.
Yeah, the 2017 one was like a haunted house rental,
Right.
And it started there. And so I don't know, it was more basic and I just enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
I guess I give it like a 2.2, I guess. 2.3.
Yeah. It was, it was...
It was fun to compare them, though.
It was. I'm with you.
It blew me away when I watched the Blumhouse one. I'm like, wow. I didn't really like anything about that one.
Yes. There was an element, though, of that one. There was this one element that I did kind of like, is that the girl that he had just met and she brought them together.
Yeah.
That I thought that was kind of interesting because it was kind of a way to introduce the horror. Like it had a way in. In this case, the way in was it was already there at the house, right? And when they rented it and showed up, okay. But the other one, it was like they invited it in.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was an interesting way to begin
they were
it.
tricked
And
into
then
it
just went all to hell.
Yeah. It fell apart quickly. Well, so Blumhouse, that's my thing. That's my argument so far. The Blumhouse movies I've seen. Right. It's all about who directs it, and it's kind of hit or miss, it seems like to me.
Well, I've heard some people talk about Blumhouse and working at Blumhouse, and Blumhouses are the ones that did the paranormal films, right?
Right, yeah.
Now, there was an interview with the guy who was directing Paranormal, and he said that that their theory of filmmaking is interesting. As a company, they know exactly what they're making. They're making these horror films. They super low budget. You don't have anybody that is known. It's not like they're all new people, and you just kind of start with new people all the way down the line, and you don't let anybody go over budget. And once, if they look at the film and say, "Ooh," the director will look at it and say, "Oh, just with $50,000 more, I could do this and this," and they won't let them do it because they are playing the numbers. They are paranormal.
Yeah, those are pretty low budget.
Paranormal is a really low budget, but
Yeah.
they've done dozens of those super low budget. But the thing is they've done hundreds.
Yeah.
And some of them are so bad that they just release them foreign, and you never see them back,
Right.
which is actually a Roger Corman thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a combination of Corman in the foreign distribution side, and and a low budget.
And it's not really about the
Miramax
director
kind of
necessarily.
thing.
It's just about the crew as a whole.
Right.
And the actors, I guess, too.
Right,
but-
right, and they're kind of like operating, on the lowest possible budgets, and
It's just weird that I've seen like some that I really like and some that I just hate. Like it's like there's no in between.
well, right,
Kind of like
and the thing is they're having to be aware, even as they're writing them and shooting them. The clever ones are the ones that are kind of aware of making the film at that budget, and maybe starting with the writing of the film so that it isn't written over the budget, which is something that
wow. So it's a lot like Corman.
well, no, Corman,
Corman kind of powered
Corman
through
was
everything,
different. Corman was different.
He didn't really have a story, did he?
Well, no, they would get these scripts and they would just do them. It didn't matter. I mean,
he didn't spend a lot of time working on stories, is what I'm trying to say.
Right,
Like-
right. And the thing is in effects and stuff like that, it didn't make a difference. You just had to make the money, the film with no money. You could do your best, bad effects, and they could be just awful, but as long as you did them, as long as you told the story, you're good. So it's kind of a little bit different.
But they look prettier than like your Ginger Dead Mans or like the Charlie Band movies.
Well, yeah, but that's Charlie Brown. that was that's kind of different.
So I mean, I like how they look as a whole, but I just except for the weird smiles.
I don't. I honestly don't think that they have the lowest possible budgets, but they just have like
They stick to a budget.
Well, yeah, I think they stick to a whole model, right? And that you can't go out of that model. You can't say, oh, well, look at this film. Our film is going to be that much better. And they go, oh, we don't care. I mean, we'll throw it away if we don't like it. If it isn't going to work for what we're doing, we'll dump it to foreign and it'll wind up in India with half the words.
Right, and it'll probably be a big hit there.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, come on. What Corman was doing with his films, right, is they're made in America.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Sure, they're made in an old lumber lot, in the middle of Venice that's got rotting floors and it's done by a bunch of students on a 6-day schedule. Oh, what am I saying? 6-day would be, that's like
too long.
That's a mega film for them. Yeah, on 4-day schedules and stuff. But it's made in America, and he banked on that. I mean, the stamps were made in America. I mean, he did like one of his stars was I don't remember his name was Michael Dudikoff, and he just did so many of those. Look up Michael Dudikoff. There you go. Okay, Michael Dudikoff. Look it up. How many different movies that guy's done? 61 credits.
Ooh. Yeah, he's done a lot of movies. Wow. And they're all really close together. Like
really.
1981.
Yeah. Well, this is Corman times.
1982.
Out of Being Pictures, Making Love, The Grady Nutt Show, The Best of the Girl in the World, Bloody Birthday, Black Marble, Happy Days.
And that's just 2 years.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, if you go down, go look for the American Ninjas ones because there's a lot of those. They were up here.
Oh,
keep on going.
Was it 90s?
Was it?
I don't know.
American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 87.
87, okay.
And American Ninja, The Annihilation, 1990.
Yeah, early 90s.
The Cobra TV series, Crash Dive. I did that one.
Crash Dive, yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. No, I remember him from that. Soldier Boys.
Wow.
See, these are all the cheap
Navy SEALs versus zombies. How did I miss that one?
But so many of those that he made, were Corman films, and that's they literally doing 6 days, and then they would distribute. American Ninjas were distributed all the way around the world, and the thing is only 2 of them showed up here, but I can guarantee you that he's done probably 10, 15 of them easily. Not Michael Dudikoff, but
right,
I mean Corman, yeah. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, we're working down in that place was horrible.
Sounds like it'd be a big fire hazard.
It was a huge fire hazard and it was in that part of Venice where I remember getting off stage at 2:00 at night, and there's a gas station like a half a block down that I would go to on the way out, and it's like right in the middle of Venice, and I parked my car. I stop to start to get gas, and I look out, and there's a incredibly sketchy looking guy coming towards me this way, and it's one of those ones where you wonder if you're going to get out of your car,
right?
And then sit your way. So you get
if you're in a horror movie, you would just get out.
Well, you living in LA, you get a huge whiff of situational awareness, where you all of a sudden look and see that there's a guy walking to you from that direction and from behind, and there's a guy at the bus station back at the bus stop right here that's turned around to look at you and go, "Oh yeah, I recognize this."
Right?
And you get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll run out of gas before I hit the freeway. But
you don't get out of the car and say, "You guys okay?
You guys, hey, are we going to a party?" Yeah, we are. We just going to a stomping.
Wow.
And we're going to take your car. So, anyway. Well, this is going to be short and sweet. This is us. Don't you agree? Don't look at me and just shake your head. You do realize that this is a sound-based podcast.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is. Okay.
You're an idiot.
I know.
Well, that's us.
Yes, that's us.
See you later. Have a nice day.
Alligator.
Buenos dias.
Ciao. Bienvenidos. Oh, wait, that's welcome.
Bienvenidos.
That's welcome.
Ciao.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. There you go.
Adios. See you later. Yeah, you're right.
Guten Tag. Okay. Bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.